What's going on, everyone? Welcome to week 2 of the NCP, and this week we are going up against one of my favorite people in the universe, DrSlaking, someone who is a very, very familiar foe with me, and we have a long history together. I visited him in England. I'm seeing him again this summer. We're just very, very close, so it's always cool for us to go head-to-head. It's always competitive, but it's also always very friendly. So it's going to be really exciting to see how it goes. I typically get his number, but I actually think he has a pretty good matchup against me this time around. I wouldn't be saying that if I kept Sharpedo, which I traded it away for Politoed. Essentially, the draft stream was going on, and I was like kind of tipsy, and we were watching it, and I was like, and they were talking about how great Rain would be on this team. I was like, wow, I should definitely get Rain on this team. So a little bit without like thinking too much, I just kind of DM'd the chat and was like, Sharpedo for Politoed. We're gonna make this work, and I'm actually very excited for Politoed in future weeks. But I seem to forget that the draft that I made for my team against Slaking the day prior, I think the day earlier, had Sharpedo on it, and Sharpedo had a very good matchup this week, so I had to kind of rebuild without having that as my potential win con, and it's been a little weird, but I think we still have a team that can pull it out. It's a little bit more goofy than the one that I made with Sharpedo, but obviously I don't have Sharpedo anymore. Once I realized I made the mistake, I like messaged OG Albina, who's one of the commissioners for the league, and I was like, any chance that I can like make that transaction week 3? And he was like, no, like super hard, just like no. And it's like hard because I wouldn't say the same thing. Like if it was a league that I was commissioning, I would equally be like, no, sorry, like you fucked up. But I was kind of hoping that like maybe he could do something. I was like, well, what if this or what if that? And he just wasn't budging. So mad respect to him for doing that, but also fuck you. We're gonna come for you in week 4 because you fucking took away my shark 1 week before I wanted it taken away from me, you frickin' OG Albina person. Anyway, we are playing against Slaking. I'm going to show you the team that we're bringing. Do I think that we're going to win this week? I'm like 50-50. I think there's some mons that he could bring that are like pretty scary against me. The two ones I'm namely worried about are Toxtricity and Stunfist are the ones that I think just like defensively and offensively have the best matchup versus me. I'm hoping he doesn't notice that, but I think he will. But yeah, those are the two things I'm most scared of. I'm hoping at least one of them doesn't come, but we'll find out. We are starting off with an offensive Zapdos. It's actually, this is the set I kind of spent the most amount of time on. I wanted to kind of run Roost. I wanted to kind of run Defog. I kind of wanted to run Metal Sound for Stunfist to get that extra damage off. But ultimately, I found that these top 3 moves as coverage were really important. Hurricane and Heat Wave, namely, are the big ones, but Extra Sensory hits that Toxtricity for just a little bit extra damage, as well as U-Turn just gives me a little bit of pivoting option. If Stunfist does end up coming and it doesn't put me in a situation where like I'm forced into an awkward situation where he could double or I have to risk something getting paralyzed or discharged or whatever. So just 4 attacks offensive. It's like max speed, max special attack. So we'll see how it does. But that is going to form a pivoting core with this Choice Scarf Scizor, which has a very funky moveset with U-Turn, Knockoff, Dual Wing Beat, and Sand Tomb since we're Scarf. Don't really have a huge need for Bullet Punch. I changed it for Sand Tomb last minute again because I'm kind of fearing that Toxtricity. But the main moves we're going to be clicking are U-Turn to try and pivot between this and the Zapdos once we get a Spike Up, which is on my Rose Ring, which we'll see later. And Knockoff to knock off things like Heavy Duty Boots, for example. So those are the 2 sort of main moves I think we'll be clicking, but these 2 can be used in emergency circumstances. Dual Wing Beat if we need to like break the Amoonguss for some reason. Sand Tomb if we need to hit that Toxtricity for a very strong amount of damage. I didn't even calc how much it did Toxtricity, but I'm just going to assume it does quite a bit. So that's pretty fun. Latias is here. I almost didn't bring Latias, but I ultimately did. I rebuilt the team, and I said, you know what? Latias is actually really good. Healing Wish support helps a lot of the later mons that you'll see here. It's also a nice help if I get staticked or statused on like one of my faster mons. But Draco Meteor, Psychic, Mystical Fire hits pretty much the entire team for perfect coverage. There's nothing really that takes all 3 of those hits. And we have the Eject Pack. Why? Because it's the best item in the game. So, of course. This is our next mon. It's the Snorlax. I think I'm going to be leading with this Snorlax because I can just Healing Wish it back up if I want to go for it again. And I think it puts on a lot of like good early game breaking power. It has Trample, so Urshifu and Aegislash can't just like break through it that easily. And then it has 3 attacks and Curse, which I think have the best coverage versus Matt's team. Technically, I only need Body Slam, Heat Crash, but I like the Earthquake for like immediate damage against the Stunfisk. or AG slash if I'm worried about it going for King's Shield in front of me. So, yep, that is why we have those 3 moves, and then Curse just beefs up that damage. But we're like max adamant, so this Snorlax is doing some crazy damage. Next we have Roserade. This is a physically defensive Roserade meant to be my Urshifu check. Do I think it actually will be my Urshifu check? Not really. I think I'm going to bring it against like an Amoonguss or a Stunfisk or something, get spikes up. Maybe I'll die or like be on like 40% afterwards and I won't be able to check Urshifu. But the big thing that this helps me with is just letting me know whether or not Urshifu is pads or not. It can come in on a U-turn once, and then if it is pads, then I can do stuff with Scizor. If it's not, then it's going to take all that helmet plus possible poison point chip. So win-win for me. And then the last mon is an AV Grimmsnarl. Grimmsnarl's debut. Actually, the debut of 3 different mons on this team, so very different than the week 1 team. This is just a Latios answer. So if it ends up not coming for whatever reason, then it gets freed up, but it's the Latios answer. Like, I don't know why Latios wouldn't come this game. But, you know, it stabbed us pretty good here. Stomping Tantrum hits things like the Stunfisk, as well as potentially I think that's all it hits. Toxicity hits Toxicity. That's true. Good call. Well done. Good job.
Always there.
I think it was for one more thing, but I can't even think about what it was. But it was originally Ice Punch, and then I changed it because I was like Darkest Lariat did like 40 to Amoonguss, and Ice Punch did like 46, and I was like, is that really worth it? I don't think so. So we went with the Stomping Tantrum, and I think it'll be pretty good. I think it'll be pretty good. We'll hope and pray. But the other main thing about Grimmsnarl is just Sucker Punch, because he has a lot of like potential fast threats, and since I don't have the priority of like either of my extreme speed users or even Bullet Punch Scizor, I almost went Quick Attack. I'm kind of regretting it, but we'll see. At least this gives us one good priority option. So that is the team. Hopefully it does well. If it doesn't, that's okay. It's still early in the season. I think this is going to be just a very fun game regardless of the outcome, so I'm really looking forward to it. Hope you all are too, and I will see you in the actual match. All right, we are here for our battle against DrSlaking. He is currently setting up something you'll notice that's slightly different from some of the, basically every other game you've seen on the channel, is that we are using a different method of battling each other, and that is through the online competition system. It's not going to make a difference for the actual battle itself. The only thing it changes, I suppose, is this startup screen, if that makes any sense. But we're just going to like battle and get right into it once he's ready. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. An opposing trainer has been found. That was very convenient. All right, let's go. Battle starting against Matthew. He has a 1500 rating. That's so high. Great. That is everything that I was terrified of. No, there's no Latios. Wow. Okay, crazy. Urshifu. I totally forgot about Urshifu. Okay, so there's no Latios on my screen, which is criminal because we both said that we would lead a Lati and click Draco Meteor off lead. Basically, what I'm hearing is that Slaking is a liar. Something that might be a little meta is that I think this Toxicity is Shift Gear. And the reason I think it's Shift Gear is not based on matchup, but based on the fact that it's the electric one. Because I know that Matt vastly prefers, sorry, not the yellow one, not the electric one. I know that Matt vastly prefers the blue design one to the extent that he has brought it in Draft League games over the yellow one. So the fact that this one is the yellow one here makes me think that it's definitely Shift Gear. So I'll have to make sure that I always prevent that at all costs. What's stopping me from this? Not much. He could lead with like something goofy, but who knows what that goofy thing is. Is Roserade better? No. we'll go with the Snorlax and see how it goes. I think maybe there's a Crocodile lead of some sort, but I wouldn't mind just fucking bopping that thing with a body slam. So I'm going to stick with what was dedicated from the start. We'll see how it goes, but good luck, have fun to Slaking. We always have really good matches. Typically I get the better of him, but I think I have a good feeling about this game, in the sense that I think it is possible that he might do very well with it. So we'll find out. I'm in a slight dilemma here in the sense that I don't think he's going to stay in. I think I can click Curse here, because I think he goes AG Slash on this turn, or Urshifu or someone. Because I could so easily click a move. The downside of this play is if he stays in, which he does, so he could encore me here, which would not be very fun. But I will heat crash nonetheless on the off chance that, I don't know, something changes. That's a little too bad though. Maybe attacking was the smarter play. But knowing this thing's move. Okay, taunt. Okay, that's not bad. Knock off, taunt. I mean, this will kill, right? Unless you're Sash. So this is going to take away some speed control for him. That looks dead. Nice. I'll take that exchange. I'm good with that. And honestly, I don't know what kills me from this point because I have a curse up. I'll have to check Urshifu. Banded Urshifu. This is why I put stuff in extra.
Wait, so what's your voices?
Rapid Strike.
That's for the audience.
Yeah. Fuck you. Choice Banded to +1. I'm no longer Chopple. Actually, close combat looks like it could kill me. You're gonna see it. Do I think it's banded though? Oh. I think I'm actually gonna switch. I'm gonna switch to Roserade here. There's no rocks up or anything. He's forced to click CC. This is gonna give me intel. It's possible that I could have lived to this, even if it would, but if it's banded, then I don't. So I don't want to take that risk. I have a really, really safe switch in. Snorlax has done a lot already. So we're gonna hope that you know, this isn't that bad. So we do see the Surging Strikes. So I imagine this is pads. No, it's not. Interesting. So it could be Scarf. I really hope I get the poison point. Yes, cool. Okay. There's the poison point. So that's going to do a shit ton of damage to this thing. I have two choices. I can get up a Spike, which I think I really need. Or I can heal. I think I'm going to heal. No, I need the Spike. I think he's locked in. Yeah, okay. This thing is definitely locked in. So I think this is Choice Scarf. Thundercat is this thing. Okay. A little annoying. I think I want to go hard into you. Do I live in Overdrive? Let me also make sure that I like kill this thing with Sand Tomb. So Boom Burst, Overdrive won't KO unless it's Life Orb, and I don't think he's clicking that. Sand Tomb does KO, so I'm gonna go for that, I think. And there's no resistance to it. If he's Shift Gear, I still should live any one hit. He's Volt Switch. Okay, that's fine. 153 to 75, so that does 78. That looks like Specs, to be honest. No, it's actually probably Scarf. That's a Stunfisk. Hello, Stunfisk. Yep, that is just max special attack, so that's fine. It's probably Scarf, which is decent, I guess. I don't really know. I don't know how to feel about it. I could have stayed in there. That's a little goofy. Do I want to go into Snorlax and start pressuring more stuff? It's not a bad idea. What is even in front of me right now? What is Stargazer? I'm losing my brain cells. What is going on? There is a Stunfisk in front of me. I couldn't even fucking see it. Okay, I don't want to U-turn because I don't want to get staticked. So I think I'm going to go into my Roserade, I guess. I don't know. It's a weird play. I think the more I'm looking at it, the more I want to spike up, though. There's the rocks. Not surprising. Glad I was boots on... what's it called? But we're going to go for a spike here. He's going to hard swap out. This thing's going to come back in. Okay. So I really just don't have a switch, frankly. We'll get up another layer of spikes. Do I think I need this? Kind of. Boom Burst is so free for him. Let me see if somehow in some universe Snorlax lives or takes the hit. I could also pivot Grimmsnarl here. I kind of like pivoting Grimmsnarl here. Yeah, let's do that. Because I don't need it as much since there's no Lottie. And we'll get to frisk this thing's item. Assault Vest. What the fuck are you? Okay. Assault Vest. That is goofy. I think I'm going to go into Zapdos here, expecting a Sludge Wave. Good to know that that's Assault Vest, because it means that I know that I can outspeed it with things now. And it makes Scissor look pretty good as well. Makes Scissor look really good, actually. So we might see a Sludge Wave here. We've seen Boom Burst and Volt Switch. We just see Boom Burst again. Does this... How much damage does this do? Oh, shit. Okay, I'm gonna go for Extra Sensory. I don't need this, like, at all, to be honest, so I don't mind. Get a little chip off. Hey, that's fucking chip. Flinch. Rah! I'm pissed. But you know what? I genuinely don't mind that. Because I think I have speed control in other means. Yeah, I'm fine. And I think actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Jury. And I'm going to click Draco. Because I think it's possible he brings in Aegislash here. He could sack this. Totally fair if he does. But Aegislash seems kind of free for him in terms of a swap in. That I wouldn't be surprised if he made the switch. I think he could see this and say, wow, this looks pretty good. Alright, he didn't think that way. That's fine though. It's actually gonna give him initiative, which is a little goofy, but whatever. Okay. So this thing's dead. This thing was a pain in my butt. We'll get the eject pack out, which again is fine. This thing is in. What's really annoying to me right now, in hindsight, is a Scarf Moxie Crocodile. That is what is looking spooky as fuck. So I think what I need to do in order to remedy that is go into this Scizor here. No. Go into this Roserade here. Also no. No, I think it is going to Roserade, the more I'm thinking about it. But Roserade's pretty fucking good here. No, I'm gonna go into Scissor. It'll tell me if like Crocodile's Scarf as well, which I think is like very important. Plus this Urshifu might be Scarf, so why would Crocodile also be Scarf? Questions in my brain I don't know the answer to. I'd like to know the answer to them, but I don't. Okay. Again, slightly awkward situation. Stargazer is this thing. I'd really, really, really like to U-turn here. Just to get that chip off. Am I gonna get staticked? Is that worth it? It's kind of worth it. That damage is really important, it feels like. I could also just go into Lax. Let's do that. Let's just go into Lax. Let's go, Rupert. He doubles. I wish I U-turned, man. That's fucking annoying. Oh, I'm pissed. Okay. There's AG Slash. Do I take a CC? Maybe. Snorlax versus AG Slash. I wish I went for a U-turn. I had a feeling. Shield. Actually, that's not what I'm looking for. AG Slash, Blade, Swords Dance, Close Combat. No more Chopple. It does... There's one roll for that thing to kill. So you know what? I'm clicking Earthquake here. There's one roll that CC kills me if he is not Life Orb. If he's just nothing. Iron Head. That's not a... Jesus Christ. Alright, well this thing's dead. I hope. Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay. That's cool. So this thing's dead now. I am now slowly regretting the fact that I don't have Bullet Punch on Scizor, because that could be nice for a potential Scarf Crook here. It's actually this thing that comes in. Interesting. Okay. Do I give this to him? I think I do. I think I do. Because another potential win con with this Crook potentially is through a Poison Point. So I think I'm just going to let him have this. Healing Wishing it doesn't do much for me. So I'm just going to Earthquake here. I guess Body Slam is better, but okay, Drain Punch. It's fine. I am now going to go into my Rose Raid? This is an opportunity for me to heal with Rose Raid, which I think could be massive. It could be so big. Do I live in Ice Punch if he's not? If I can heal with this, I think I win. Why would you not be anything else on this? Ugh. Okay, if I get this wrong, can I still win? No? Okay. So I don't think this is worth it. I don't think it's worth it. No, it's not worth it. I actually kind of want a Mystical Fire here if it kills the thing after Poison, just because I don't... Well, I may as well Psychic, right? I think so. Okay. I'm so glad I didn't fucking overthink that. So we'll get the Psychic off. That's fine. Now we're in a weird spot. Now we're in a super weird spot. There's Crook. Again, really wishing I had Bullet Punch on this. It's Intimidate. Okay, so it's not Moxie. I believe the play at this point is to just attack. It's just to attack. I'm just clicking Draco. Okay, we land. See how much this does. It's not Scarf, though. It does some amount of damage. Does it do a lot of damage? I don't know. Is it Scale Shot? It's Crunch. Crunch. Interesting. Okay. So now I'm going to go into my Scizor. I'm going to click U-turn, and I think that should be the game. Because I am Scarf. U-turn. If you go Stunfisk, then... If you go Stunfisk, then I just go Rose Raid and click Giga Drain. And if I get the static here, I have Sucker Punch. So we'll see. He gets the static. Okay, so it's going to come down to Sucker Punch then. Actually, I could also just go into this raw. But then I'm risking a static myself. So I just go into this thing. And actually, Synthesis might just win it for me here. So let's do that. I don't think there's anything he can do that would damage me too much, even if he like rests. That's not the biggest deal in the world. Pain Split. It's a little awkward. That's fine actually, because this thing has a lot of HP, so I can click Giga Drain here. That should kill, right? Yeah. So Roserade is going to get some extra health. If this is banded, then it might kill. I mean, let's look. Roserade, Crook, Earthquake to my Roserade, even if it's banded. No, I don't think it kills. He would have to be Adamant Band to even have a roll. Adamant Band maxes out at 145 health-wise. Yeah, there would be 4 rolls for it to kill if it was Adamant Band. So I think we have it here, barring like a Fire Fang flinch, perhaps, is something that we're concerned about, maybe. Does Grimmsnarl KO this thing with Sucker Punch? I would think so, right? Yeah. So we'll see. But hopefully Roserade just gets it to us here and we don't have to play like Sucker Punch mind games. That would suck. It's taking some time to think about it. I'm not sure what he might be thinking about. He could have some interesting thing. Earthquake. That's not even banned. Alright, so we get the win. Good game to Slaking. That was a really enjoyable one. That Texture C scared the absolute bejesus out of me. I'm glad I made some of the changes I made, and I'm glad I made some of the changes I didn't make. Obviously, I really wish I had Bullet Punch on Scissor. I feel like that would have made that endgame a lot easier. I think that goes to show you that, like, as much as other Scissor sets work, typically Bullet Punch is a very reliable move to have on it. I'm very glad I made extra sensory on Zapdos because that gave me a lot of extra chip on Toxtricity that I thought was relatively important. And then it'll take some time to results to be updated. I'll update them I'll update them myself, bitch. All right. Anyway, yeah, I'm glad I made that change. I think that's, I mean, I'm trying to think of other changes I made. Scarf Scissor was great. I do like that, even though it didn't like get shown, like Matt may still not know that it was Scarf. It gave me information on what was Scarf, so that's important. The Snorlax worked amazingly. I was a little lucky he didn't have Encore. That was a little lucky on my end, but oh well. Yeah. Cool. Oh, Giga Drain! Fucking Giga Drain! I almost didn't have Giga Drain on Roserade. That's a great point. Yeah, that I'm glad I made that change. That kind of won me the game. That was pretty important. Okay, but yeah, good game to Slaking. Next week we play Grandmaster D-Ray, someone we played quite a few times before, so we'll see how that one goes. It also won't be here in Finland, which is something that we're really sad about. So. Yeah, when next time you see me, this comes out Friday, so you'll see my game against Sally Mumble, tomorrow is when this goes up, and then, after that, I'll be back home, so, alright, I will see you all then, bye.